Hi, Dawn. I'm going to do your soul rebirth journey now. So I'm definitely ready for this. And today's your birthday, so it's even more super special. All right, so we're going to explore some of the challenges that you're facing. So you have issues with very horrible depression, anxiety, sadness. You suffered with this for years and you can't snap out of it no matter what you try. You tried every medication. So we're going to go figure this thing out for you. There's some things that you shared with me early on. You're really interested in Kundalini Reiki, but you didn't want to explore that until you felt like you could get past whatever whatever is blocking you. Something, it says, the cloud of whatever that seems to be hanging over my head. I feel like I'm a bunch of puzzle pieces that just never fit together right. So I'm just going to relax here and I'm going to get started, okay? We're just going to dive into your spiritual atmosphere and we'll see what's there, all right? So I'm just going to relax now. There's something about a really high vibration of awareness that you're trying to achieve. It's sort of, sometimes we go into really odd states of depression or just anxiety through years of our life, when in fact that we actually have a really profound sensitivity to the spiritual universe, and this sort of physical world we live in does not really promote that. So it creates this sort of buffer of misery that we endure. There's something odd about the moment I step into the journey pathway, I'm starting to be hit with the need to go really high in vibration. I mean, it's almost altering for me to experience this right now. Because I myself feel like I'm experiencing something more sacred than I'm accustomed to. Something just feels much higher than I'm used to it feeling. Even so, something so pure that this is the vein that I want to use in order to heal you. I'm not being shown any images yet. I'm only experiencing this energy vibration. So I'm just choosing patience right now. There's something odd about, the energy is really thick. I'm telling you what, it's really heavy. Heavy with really high frequency vibrations, believe it or not. For somebody who's depressed is like, how can that be? Because I'm not feeling right. How come I'm not feeling that? So I'm basically seeing what is, I don't know it's like a pinball machine, but it's sit it up like this. And so you watch the ball kind of go down and then it goes through the hole and it's just sitting up like this. Of course the ball is going to go down. And so I can actually hear the ball going kerplunk and even going into this hole piece, where the ball would go. And it goes, when it goes out, right? It goes in there. So I'm inspired to take the ball out of this slot in darkness. It's a white ball. It's not that hard to even remove from this dark place. It's actually very easy. It's not taking much effort. Now they're showing me this odd pinball machine. This piece, just this like actual pinball piece has been hanging on the wall. And now there's just been a huge calamity and it just busted off the wall, fell to the ground, smashed, pulled even a piece of the wall off. So I'm just waiting. There's this odd, beautiful energy about patience. This is all part of the wisdom. These things go in these ways for a reason. So I'm just allowing myself to choose to see the event that took place and have absolutely no sensation of sort of upset about it. Trust me, if I saw this hanging on my wall and it just ripped part of the wall off and just crashed onto my floor, I would be upset. But there's something odd about the vibration that I'm experiencing here, that all things are happening in divine time. Even the oddest things that don't even make sense are somehow a part of a pattern of sensicality. And you just allow it to express itself through an energy vibration, but you find peace and harmony with it. They're allowing me to actually pick up the pieces in a state of actual joy. It is the oddest thing I've ever experienced. I'm actually enjoying the fact that life chose to create this odd event. And I'm sort of relishing in it in a really pure and sacred, honest, humble, and joyful way. It's all very interesting. So I'm actually picking up the pieces and I'm putting them into like a dustpan, and I'm enjoying this experience. How many of us enjoy doing these things? We don't. They're like the most frustrating things that happen. It's like, something just broke. Great. More work for me to do. But there's something really beautiful about this gift that has been given to you, is what they're calling this. This is so interesting. They're showing me a funnel of green energy. This green energy has an interest in touching the head. It's odd because it's almost like a green entity full of sort of misty, like water droplets, like it's a fog or something, but in the shape of a person with arms and legs and a head. And it's got these really bright stars that just keeps flashing in and out, and it's going to a head, and it's literally touching the head really gently. There's something really extraordinary about the way this feels. It literally like pushed a button and then the scalp just popped up like it was a garbage disposal or something weird. Like not a garbage, like a garbage can, you know, like you step on the lever and it opens, or you push the button and it opens. Something weird like that. It was like the head just opened to expose the brain, right? That's not a garbage dump. It's something special. There's something weird about this. There's something magical about it though. I can't lie, the energy is really enjoyable for me. There's something so beautiful about the way this is all feeling. This sort of green energy with these star sparkles is sort of filling your head, and it's like turning a spoon, an invisible spoon, a mixture of magic in the brain. He's sort of doing this delightfully, but almost, it's not like it's delightfully right, but it is his purpose. So it is as he's meant to be doing at this exact time. It couldn't have been done at any other time, and this is what is supposed to happen. And he just naturally is just delighted to be a reflection of, you know, the oneness, I guess, or the infinite. He's just doing his job as he is meant to do. And he just is delighted all the time. He's doing more work. I'm really enjoying the way this feels. He's putting energy into your brain, and it feels really great. I mean, I'm telling you what, the energy going into your head right now is amazing. It's like stirring the witch's brew pot without even a spoon or anything, but it's like mixing and swirling up in your brain area. My spirit guides asked me if I know what he's putting in there, and I'm saying love. It definitely feels like really amazing, beautiful love energy. Love, but it's something more than that. It's almost like pure magic. Like all the things that you just can't believe are possible are part of this mixture of love. To show you that there's something about love involved with all of this. It's just seeing love everywhere. Love just being a part of the brew, but magic as a part of the brew. The magic, just somehow them both in conjunction is just working for me. There's something just dazzling about it. I'm just gonna just hang out in this moment while it's lasting. I'm just enjoying it. He's just continuing to do his work here on your head. There's something about the patience and allowing you to really feel and absorb and experience this delightful energy. It's like I want everybody to feel this, everybody watching the video to feel this delightful energy. If you literally just say, I would like to feel this delightful energy too as you're watching the video. This delightful energy is also a part of, it can be digested by you too. You can also be a part of this gift of energy too. He's like the brain magics guy. He's great. It's really weird. It's almost like I just feel like skipping around and saying I love you. I mean, I'm in like a really weird high way right now, like just way too happy for normal society. I just feel like I can hug everybody. I don't care who you are, you're getting a hug. It's something really weird like that. It's super really high vibration, just really happy. I have no judgments. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you got leprosy, you're getting a hug. I don't know what it is. Nothing is just stalling me out here. I just love everything. It's something, even the pinball machine breaks the wall and crashes to the ground. I love you too. It's something crazy. It's just brain magic. It's just really amazing. They aren't showing me anything else. We are just staying with this moment, and it is still pouring into your head. You're literally, it sounds really strange. The energy is definitely changing in a way, because the image is starting to get a little bit creepy. So you're at the like salon spa kind of thing, and you got your head leaned back so it can wash your hair, right? But your brain is exposed. And he's like pulling it out and doing things with it. It's really weird. He's literally like cleaning it off with like a brush, or like a big thick, like a brush you'd put like shave cream on with or something like that. It's just brushing the brain off, and you're just sitting there smiling like Humpty Dumpty Dum, go ahead and do your thing or something. I don't know, it's like we're at the salon, like the hair spa or something, but we're at the brain spa. Something really weird about this. I mean, he literally has your brain out of your head and is doing this with it, and there's like a brain cable or something attached to your body, and it's making me nervous. I mean, the feeling is this is all part of the wisdom. The feeling is I just feel so worried that he's going to damage you. I don't know what it is. This is all part of the wisdom. It's about what is the difference between ultimate peace and love and acceptance of all things, and then what is it to have a human consciousness where we worry, where things don't make sense and we just start freaking out about it. I'm literally, the energy vibration is altering like that, and I'm starting to freak out a little bit. And I'm worried about that cable for some reason. Please don't hurt the cable. Please don't pull the brain too hard. That's all the feelings that are happening inside of me. I see that you're wearing a green dress. I see that this is now, we are seeing a reflection that is an opposing version of this. So what is this version is we have some entities that are just tampering with your brain right now. And they're really jovial about it. Like, they're really giddy about it. They really like pulling on your brain a lot, and they're just really giggling, and they're like really freaky kids, like 8-year-old kids, demon children or something, even with little baby wings, and just giggling and just pulling on your brain, and it's just really freaky looking. So I'm just going to take a break here and just relax and watch this unfold. My spirit guides, this is becoming a norm here, where I'm meant to say this as the norm, but you are worthy and deserving of love. That they're saying that I'm supposed to tell you you're worthy and deserving of love. And as I say that, I keep saying it as I walk over to these who have your brain or are pulling on it. Nothing has broken, nothing has been detached, everything is fine. It's literally toying with your head and making you feel anxious about stuff that you really need to just, you know what, my brain is in my head right now. And no, you can't have my brain. Get away from me. I'm done with this freaky hair salon place. I'm out of here. Like, there's something weird about this. Choosing your emotions, choosing the way you want to allow life to make you feel. But I'm going to help you with this. That's what I'm doing here. I'm allowing this to be explored through love, high vibrations from heaven. So I'm working on allowing this vibration to alter itself so we can put the brain back in the head, close the lid, and get everything back to normal here. This is really helping, but it's going to take a minute here. I can feel the energy changing, but I'm working on it. It's making progress. I'm trying to see them eye to eye, but I'm not allowed to see them. I'm just, it's working, but it just takes time here. There's literally like 3 of them, and they're all like children with little baby wings flying. They're not like teenagers or adults or anything. They're in sort of an orb sphere. I don't know that they're I'm not certain if they're demons or if they're just part of your emotional vibration. They don't really feel, they're not demon-y to me, but I'm not convinced they aren't yet. I'm just trying to get to them. I'm just going to focus on telling you you are worthy and deserving of love. And I'm going to focus on telling these 3 that they too are worthy and deserving of love. It is time to move on now. I'm just going to focus here. So this is interesting. I just did something I haven't done in a long time. I tried something new. So I just said the Lord's Prayer to these guys just to see what would happen. It was really fun to do, I'm not going to lie. It's really exciting to, I have a Catholic background and I'm a spiritual healer of a different flavor, right? But there's still value to these prayers and there's still holiness behind it, especially when you share through the lens of genuine love, and unconditional love from your heart and connection with Jesus, who is a reflection of unconditional love and all that stuff. And so as I'm saying it, I'm literally being taken down and elevated into an ultimately dark, nightmarish space. So it's kind of exciting, right? So let's just see where we are. This is entirely supposed to happen. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you what, this place is pretty bad. The elevator door won't even let me out. It wants to smash me as I'm trying to come through. It literally is a bloodbath scene. There's nothing, I don't, give me a minute here, I need to focus. I mean, it looks like people were just murdered. And we're not talking in the most gruesome way possible, blood splattered so thick all over everything, it's just all over everything. There's no bodies though, it's just blood everywhere. I'm in a very basement, I'm in this deep basement space, there's just blood everywhere, the elevator, that's even going further down now. I'm just going to let it go down. People with depression, you got to go down deep, especially when you have depression of a really deep kind, right? It's some very deep layers, and oftentimes you're going to find some really dark interactions here. It's just hard to talk as I'm going down. And just allowing it to take me downward. I feel it myself going down. So I'm just allowing it to happen. It's just going down really fast. I'm going down to a very dark place, even deeper than that space, and I'm telling you, this space is very deep. No wonder you weren't ready to do Kundalini yet. You need to get this out of here. It's overwhelming to me, and I'm not allowed to see just yet because it's just too dark everywhere right now. I still the sensation of going down, but it's kind of just a minute. I need to just focus on this, allowing this to happen, and then we'll see where we go, okay? It wants to stop at points, but then it just keeps plummeting downward. And the more I go downward, it is absolutely overwhelming, the sensation of going down. I mean, when you feel down, oh my gosh, it must be like a plummet to the dark, just deepest, darkest spaces ever. And you try and get off the elevator here. One place in the elevator literally should take me to Gray's Lake. And I was like, what's Gray's Lake doing down here in the dark? It's like you try to find ways to help yourself deal with this, but you can't even get off the elevator in time to, and then it just goes down. I mean, I'm telling you, it is still going down. I'm just gonna say it's time to stop going down now. We could just go down for the rest of our lives. Like, that's how this feels. It's like the never-ending elevator downward. Eventually you have to hit a space and then say, this is it. This is the space. It's funny because even now I am demanding I'll be allowed to get off the elevator and it will not let me take me off. So this is part of a vibration that desperately needs healed in you. This psycho elevator is gonna go. The blood bathroom is gone. Wherever this dark space is, it's serious. I'm telling you, there's some sort of entity involved, but I'm not allowed to get to him just yet. He's in this whole thing as part of him. This whole fun zone is part of him, but I'm not able to get to him yet because I need to share this wisdom first off, and then I need to figure out how to heal all of this, which it will heal. So. Again, I'm saying you are worthy and deserving of love. I'm going to try something. I'm just allowing myself to accept the elevator, right? We accept the pinball machine that doesn't make any sense, why it's hanging on a wall and it just busts and cracks. I'm going to go back to that sensation of just pure high vibration, Kundalini style. I'm just going to allow that to be in the elevator here right now. And I'm just going to allow it to show us the way. Is just allow the energy, spiritual energy, to show us the way. It doesn't matter what your spiritual background is. It doesn't matter what helps you thrive is what you use, right? If what helps you thrive is voodoo, or it doesn't matter. It's just what is helping feed you and nourish your soul to take you to the highest vibration, right? So. It's literally, the elevator is really alive and it does have feelings. This is some part of your emotional structure, makeup, and all of that. I'm literally talking to it as though it has a consciousness to help it heal, and I'm sharing love with it through spiritual energies, through Kundalini, through this really high vibrational experience I was having from the get-go, which was extraordinary. Literally just wants to break apart. I'm just gonna focus. Nose is itching. Okay. This is definitely altering the energy pattern. I can feel the energy pattern changing within my own body. There's so much relief I'm feeling from this. I'm just saying, take me upward. We go up together. You're not alone. You're not a lone elevator in the dark, taking me to spaces of terror. You don't have to go to spaces of this kind. We can stop at Gray's Lake. In Gray's Lake, so funny because perspective is go down, right? And then you go down and you find spaces that are really beautiful, right? So what is going down or what is going up? You get to decide. As a human being with a human consciousness, the experience of going down really makes me feel like I'm going to darker spaces, so I go with that. So it's pretty unique that I would be going down like a madman and then find a space that really reminds me of sacredness and love, even in the darkest times. You know, even the darkest spaces is there still love. That's a really special thing to take notice of. It's just about perceptions, you know, and our human consciousness and really learning how to expand beyond all of this. This is helping big time. The elevator is now willing to show me the bottom floor. And it's willing to open. It's sort of hesitant because it is showing me that this is the bottom floor, and we could go down forever and ever and ever, but until the elevator actually says that it is time now, it actually allows me to see the basement of the space. This is all about the emotions right now. It's really weird how emotions have realms and expressions in this way in the spiritual layers, and so I heal all of this stuff, and it heals it in the physical too. It's really amazing. So I'm just allowing the elevator to be at peace here. I'm filling the elevator with more energy because it wants to show me, it just hasn't yet. It's just timid. It's just shy about it. It just doesn't want to just let me go there just yet. So, and it keeps thinking about just erasing that there's a bottom floor and we could just keep sailing downward forever. But I'm telling it that it is safe. It is okay to feel solid and secure with even a dark basement space. We all have our basement spaces. We all do. And I'm allowing it to feel that it is okay. I'm literally talking through this vibration to help it feel safe or confident or comfortable or okay. It actually needs this. It's like it has its own consciousness, its own feelings, its own heartbeat, its own dreams and desires to have it differently than this. And so I'm just choosing to be patient, and I'm coming alive with energy inside the elevator to help it heal. And now it is time. It's starting to barf out dark tar energy. The elevator itself literally is like a mouth that is spewing out old negative energy. This space is really creepy. There's a red light in here. The elevator just freaked out. I'm in the space. The elevator's just freaking out again. It's literally a part of you that is really uncomfortable. It's really, it's really, whatever this is caused a lot of trauma. There's a red light in here, and I'm sort of in like a, I don't know, like a hospital or something. And everything's really clean and waxy and waxied up. It just, you could do the finger test and it'll make a sound, a squeaky noise. It's like it's Mr. Clean in here. There's something really clean about it in here. It even has cold air in that way that even the air itself just doesn't harbor any germs or anything. It just feels really clean, but it's creepy because of the red light. And it almost makes me think of like Silent Hill style, like, you go down to the basement, all these like freaky nurses that are trying to stab you with their knives and stuff. There's something weird about it. It just makes me think of a freaky hospital, but there's no bloodbaths in here. It's just a red light. It's really clean. There's quite a gruesome energy down here as I'm continuing to walk forward. I'm creating a shield in front of me of heavenly light, and I'm just using it to just like a shovel, and I'm just pushing forward, and it's just pushing into all this dark energy that is coming towards me in this space. It's just an open space. It could go forever. I don't know where the end of it is, but I'm not going to digest any of that. I'm just inspired to do something here. I'm creating some holes and I'm attaching plugs. This is all my like creative consciousness is healing this space. We got like hoses, like we're firemen from heaven, and the hoses from heaven are going to spew out like heavenly liquids into this dark space while I'm on the other side of this like wall, this energy wall, to keep all the darkness out of my spiritual atmosphere. So we're just hosing it down with heavenly light. There's two little nozzles going into this energy wall through to the other side where all this dark energy is. It's like we're putting out the fire, the dark energy vibrations. We're altering it with heavenly love and light. Again, I am to say you are worthy and deserving of love. Today and every day, you are worthy and deserving of love every single day. So you are. It's cool. You are. I'm going to get happy again. Okay. So... and just this odd green guy with the stars is coming into the scene, and he's undeniable. His energy is just like wowzer. I don't know, but I like you. You're the love magic guy. You're the stirry brain love magic guy. I like you. He's just sort of entering to the other side of this energy wall, and he's sharing this energy over there. It's really refreshing. There's a part of him still on the other side with me, and we're putting our hands on this energy wall we created, just like this. We're touching it, and he's touching it, and we're just channeling in our love energy, in love magic and green energy and sparkle dust and all that stuff. So we're just channeling it into the other side of this energy field. This space is transforming. It's really weird. But there's dark energy choosing to come around on all sides to sort of encase us in here. So my energy wall is sort of... there's some energy coming from behind us now. So I'm just choosing to put us inside of an orb, and then we're just going to do some other work here. I just want to focus. I just want to see what my higher self would do without my human consciousness involved. I just want to act, basically, and see what happened. Now I'm starting to see the entity that I wasn't able to see before. He's really unique. That he's just really huge energy. I mean, he's like a massive dark cloud of energy. He's massive. He's like a big mountain of energy. He's exhausting. I'm telling you, this guy is very exhausting. He's just, I can see why you struggle. So I'm acknowledging that I'm inside my protective orb with this awesome green guy, and there's a big heart of love in here. And so I'm not choosing to digest his energy. I just need to sense him out so I can share the wisdom about him. But he's interesting because he's like mute. He won't speak. And he's active, but he's quite slow still. He's doing things. He's really heavy energy. He's quite interesting. I'm telling you, he's kind of... there's something old about him, but there's something it's very different. I'm asking him if he would like to be transformed in the light today. I just want to see what he says. He just doesn't pay me much attention when I say that to him. He does like to show reflections that whatever is healed is actually broken. He wants you to see that things are broken when they aren't. Like the pinball machine, there's some part about the illusion of everything. Sometimes what we think is broken was meant to be that. I mean, the pinball machine cracked and broke. But there's also always like other illusions of things. Like that could be the reality, but sometimes there's other realities of the same. Like you could be on there's a million different possible realities, pathways you could be on. And so it could be that the right vibration is that pinball machine never fell off the wall and it never broke. What I'm supposed to tell you is that basically he was showing me that my Metrals deck piece had been cracked and broken, that he's breaking it right now, that it'll break. So I'm helping us to understand that he's a part of this sort of identity that wants you to perceive the illusions, create the realities that things are broken. So now you manifest broken things. Something about all of this. I'm having a hard time talking because he's really intense. He's just really boggy. He's just exhausting. So I'm helping him to see that I've altered the illusion and that it never was broken. That it's always been in my hand, completely not broken. So I'm helping him to see that he's got this when you're depressed, when you're anxious, when you're not feeling balanced, right, in your emotions, you'll start to just experience the darker side of everything, and you'll start to incorporate that into the real life, even if things aren't this way. You just start getting negative about everything, and he's sort of that voice, that inspires you to just break things that were fine. Something about him like that. So I'm still working on this. There's some definite stuff going on here. I wouldn't even know how to describe what just happened. I need to keep focusing, though. Basically, it's like we're inside of a mountain. And I took our orb, and then I just acknowledged that all this energy was hardened, solid energy, and that we just slipped through out of it. And then I put this solid energy, just wrapped it around this mountain, and just took this entity just as fast as lightning and just took him into heaven. And while I took him up to heaven, I had two other guys simultaneously pull me back and try and stick me against a wall with a really sharp object, which I never penetrated me because I'm already protected. So there's something here about trying to make you feel like when you try to accomplish something to get yourself out of this, there's going to be two more to try and push you back down. So this is part of the wisdom here. This whole thing will be transformed. We just got to take it one step at a time. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. We're getting there. This whole thing could be a smorgasbord of just this whole thing could take a little bit. These guys aren't particularly easy, because it wasn't just one. And now we've got two. So we got three. Didn't I say there's three little poop heads with the little baby wings and the elevator? So they're toying with your head, toying with your brain. So I'm doing something here. I'm inspired to I need to break down the walls. I need to break down the energy vibration here. It's pretty bad. This whole space needs to we need to just get an earthquake, rumble and shake it up, and let the walls fall down. Let it all collapse. Let everything that they have built up here, through just making sure they kept you under their foot, is overwhelming. I mean, it's huge. My spirit guides are like, so they are demons. I was like, I couldn't tell because they wouldn't let me, I couldn't actually access them properly from that scene. I actually had to go into their realm in order to access them. And now I'm in their realm. They're definitely not part of your emotions. They're definitely demon entities attached to you, feeding off of your depression and inspiring you to keep breaking down. And they're very good at what they do. Is the only way I can describe it. This one though, I mean, the two are just, I mean, the one was really showcasing himself, and then the two just kind of blindsided me, I guess. It was kind of cool because they couldn't stick me to their little thing they wanted to. I know, it's demon realms, you know. Let's just see what we can do here. I love this green guy. I'm doing something. Just let me do this and I'll tell you what happens. This is taking a lot of effort. I'm still working on it. I wouldn't even know where to begin to tell you the things that just happened. I was inspired to use this green energy, and I just started flying around the space, just imagining it inside of a big mountain, because it feels like we're in a big mountain, and inside a really deep space inside of it. And so I just hollowed it out, right? Because it just feels like I can fly around in some of this space. I don't really feel attachment or relationship with this basement anymore. I just feel like it all expanded outward, so that way we can just see everything as a mountain with just a cord out on the inside now. So just spiraling through it with green energy. And in order to transform it, there was quite another demon here that basically just took me and then was going to put a knife to my throat. I just continue to say prayers and loving words and language and such like that. And there's no harm in this. I'm just telling you, your depression is really humongous, and it's really harboring a lot of nasty guys. This whole thing is going to, is receding. I basically was able to see it turn into like a pile of like red energy swirling, but like a lava pit. But there's just so much more work to do. I mean, I need to focus here for a little bit. This demon realm isn't really traumatizing to me or anything. Some of them are absolutely just, I can't tolerate the energy. This one is really tolerable for a demon space, but they're just really hard to transform. And there's more here than I'm allowed to see. They just keep coming, from different angles. Like, where'd you come from? Like, usually demon spaces are just one jerk in there, and then you go eye to eye or whatever, and then you go down realms. But they are all just like hanging out here. Lots of them just hanging out in here, like their fun home or something. So it's just like a nest of birds or something. I'm just going to grow bigger than the whole thing. So now I'm just a massive person on the outside of what is a tiny little mountain, like an anthill. So now how big is the problem now when I'm so much bigger than it? So I'm just altering the perception of everything. They're showing me that I'm just picking it up. They're showing me this is really helping, and they're showing me that this really long, deep elevator ride goes very deep, even way deep beneath the mountain, into that space. There's something about that space. I need to go back in there, but I just feel inspired I just need to do something here. I'm literally feeling the ground here. Nose itching. Okay, so I'm filling the ground with like millions of snakes. We're gonna help you so you're ready to attune to Kundalini. And I'm filling the ground with lots of snakes, and snakes then that are loving, healing snakes. They digest all of the negative energy that is in this ground space, which goes very deep inside of you. This is helping a lot. I mean, I just feel like transforming this whole thing. I mean, I just feel like seeing that this is the entire Earth globe. It's just a small space, but I'm just, sometimes you just gotta blow it up really. I just want to see the whole thing as the Earth space, and I'm just gonna heal the space, the entire kit and caboodle. Instead of just focusing on the room or the mountain or. Let's just blow it up. Now I'm the size of the universe, and here's a planet in the palm of my hand. Everything is now in the size of this orb sphere, which is the Earth. And I'm just getting electrified right now. I'm just starting to get really full of energy. I'm just focusing still. Just to let you know, I basically I'm basically fragmented myself in a bunch of ways. I fragmented myself so I'm simultaneously still in the orb in the basement with this green guy. I'm channeling electrical energy, sort of heavenly lightning bolts in this space that's surrounded by dark energy, right? I'm also simultaneously inside the mountain channeling lightning bolts from heaven all throughout this space, particularly focusing on those two entities that grabbed me, that one entity with the dagger, and then I'm simultaneously focused on the one who I took into heaven, which I couldn't quite get him there, focusing on lightning bolts at him, while simultaneously I'm also holding the earth in the palm of my hand, focusing lightning bolts into the earth here, which is the orb of everything. So so I'm just focusing some more, just to give you an update on where I'm at. I'm allowing snakes to enter into everything here. All the bad guy, the sort of two demons, the 3, 4. I mean, the 3 we know, and then this one random guy. Snakes to enter into their bodies to transform them in the light. This one is just really difficult. They're all experiencing snakes entering into their bodies now. This whole space is filling up with snake energy. I opened up the mountain and allowing all this really, I'm telling you, it's very heavy and it's thick. It could even be solidified, but it's sort of being pushed up and out of the mountain that I'm trying to open up, trying to turn it into a space. I saw it as sort of a red swirling sort of thing, but it just wasn't to be yet. So we're just still trying to work on releasing the energy. It's been pent up for a very long time. It's like you find a piece of Tupperware with some old food in it in the fridge, and you gotta clean that out of there. Eventually you gotta go, you gotta open it up, it's gonna stink, you gotta dump it, you gotta wash it, you gotta clean it. We gotta take this one step at a time, right? So This is getting really productive. I like seeing productivity when I'm doing these big, massive spaces. There's something about a big orb growing here, too. Something green, and it's in the sky looking down at everything while all this lightning bolt stuff is going on. It feels really good. Some sort of energy it just popped and just some energy came out of it. It's clear. I can't understand what it looks like. It's like invisible energy, but it has a green effect to it, but it's clear still. It's really interesting. It's kind of coming down. It's odd. It's like a body or something. It's like a real physical thing. Because it can stretch out. I'm basically not able to see the walls of the mountain anymore, and this thing is just sort of coming down like a dense energy, and is sort of stretching out and making all the walls, just pushing all the walls out and down, more so. It's just doing something. It's almost like it's turning into a trampoline or something. It's like it's stretching out for some reason. And it's clear, but it has a greenish, very thin, light greenish effect to it. I'm just watching it here. I'm definitely making massive progress on this whole thing. It's really weird because I keep going into a trance state. I could just stay in this whole experience, just write it out. But if I don't tell you what happens, I'm going to forget. So it was really weird. I saw these three now. And it was some odd image, like they were all going to the Undertaker and they were all going to get hung. Instead of them hanging their necks, their feet were hung and they were flipped upside down. So now they're all just hanging there, like they got caught in a trap, right? And this odd ogre guy with the dagger to my throat type of guy, he's like an Undertaker or something weird like that, but I don't know, he's like peeling potatoes or something, like he's going to make a stew. The whole thing is really weird. And then, we have an orb that is green too. I'm somehow speaking into it and there's a flame inside, and I'm speaking to this entire scene. Somehow it's sort of inside of even more massive orb. This whole thing is getting bigger than I can keep up with. My spirit guides are telling me I'm doing a good job keeping up with it. It's like, I like it when it has a little more sensicality to it. And sometimes things just get really dreamy, but that's all part of the healing. It's all part of the wisdom, too. Everything is just going into a green flame. I'm just seeing green flame everywhere. I'm just seeing green flame all over this, what was a mountain that has been stretching out, and this odd green thing down here that's stretching out is turning into like a pool of green fire. There's still a really deep space that I haven't gotten to yet. There's a big part of me that's still in the universe holding this thing in the palm of his hands, putting lightning bolts into it. There's still a lot of energy lightning bolts going on while we're simultaneously doing all this other stuff. So I haven't stopped doing the lightning bolt work in these other places. I'm still fragmented out, but my consciousness is only able to focus on so much and speak about so much at the same time. So I'm allowing the stretchy thing to turn into a liquid and then go down the elevator shaft into this really deep space, which is where we're simultaneously doing electric lightning bolts in this like basement of a hospital or whatever. Okay, scene's changing. So it's going down. It's feeling a lot. I'm telling you, this is like doing some massive work. You have to be able to feel this going on right now because I'm just wowzer. I'm totally overwhelmed by all this. This is a really fun job though. This is really fun for me. It's really just, it's something pleasant about this one. the scare factor isn't in there. It's just really just this is tolerable to me. It's really doing a lot of work. It's going down this shaft, but it's like they called it a mine shaft. And just feeling it going down there, and it's definitely doing some amazing things, but it's overwhelming for me to experience it. It's just really intense energy right now. It's just like that whole elevator thing in the first place was just like plummeting down, 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 and this too is just something exhausting about that entity and the way the depression feels. The elevator can feel really weird. This energy feels weird too, but I know it's positive and helping do the transformation work. Something about an angel here and a star in the sky. So way up high in a dark sky, or an angel of white and holding a star. It's funny because she's white, the star is white, but I can still see that there's a white star in her hand. So there's something about things are outlined enough that I can tell. She's dropping the star and is falling down, down, down. There's a man that catches it. He's like the Lone Ranger. He's got a star. He's on a course. We're going somewhere. He's riding very fast. It's really exciting. He's like the sheriff of this town or something. He's fast. I'm like, holy smokes. I'm just so excited right now to be on this horse going so fast. I just can't, we can't go fast enough, but yet we're still going so fast. It's all dark in here. I can hear the night insects speaking. I can't see. I mean, they don't have flashlights back then. But it's like it's really dark because I can't see a moon, or nothing's really lighting the way from the night sky. Everything's just really dark. It's really odd. I'm entering into another scene, and it looks like people that are slightly apish. I'm in the forest. It looks like Planet of the Apes style, but not quite. I mean, they don't look that like that quite. They look more human-y, I guess. There's a female one here for sure. We're looking at a pool of energy swirling around. We're literally at an odd, pot or something on a fire outside. It just transitioned between a really fast sort of man on a horse, and now we're in this really interesting scene of humans that aren't quite human, and they have more of an apish appearance to them. And there's something about a pot here on the fire, but it's really odd because what they're seeing, or what I'm seeing, is literally they're sitting in a circle. There's something seriously magical and energy related to this, and it's literally, there's no physicality to the space. It is turning into like a portal or something, and we're just seeing a portal swirling in the center of their circle, and they're all in a really intense state of meditation and really high vibration. It's crazy right now. I'm just a little weird. It's just a little weird. But it's all spinning in a circle. And this some white streaks in it. There's nothing about ground here. I mean, it looks like you stir a pot, right? And there's just energy stirring. It's energy stirring. It is stirring the actual physical realm. So there's like a portal hole or something. There's a family of them here. There's men, women, children of this kind here. And there's lush greenery here. I mean, I had seen the sheriff guy was kind of getting into a dark forest type space where you just couldn't see light at all. I mean, eventually, you can't keep riding your horse in the middle of the night where you can't even see, really. I mean, the perception is when it's just so dark for some reason. And then once he's in this forest space, what I'm shown are these people and this swirly thing developing. But they're all sort of that nothing seems weird about this at all to them. It seems really natural and makes sense to them. There's something about an orb of energy coming out of it and going up, upward, literally massive white ball, came out of this portal space and went upward. And they're sort of they're in a foresty area, but there's not trees over this white thing. It's just going up towards the sky. Like you light I don't know, those lantern things that you just let off into the sky and they just float up and they're kind of rounded out. This is literally rounded out, floating up really harmoniously in its own natural way. Just a bright white light ball. I'm telling you, this is so harmonious. I'm so thankful. I don't know what, I'm just going to keep sharing. I'm like in a weird trance state, but as these people, as whatever this is, this experience is amazing to me, and it's so natural to me. And the feeling is just so thankful. I just feel in reverence of what this is. But yet there's something that is totally not unusual about it. But I feel so at peace watching it going up into the sky where it belongs. It just feels like it needs to keep going upward. And it feels so much better. So we're just allowing it to continue to go upward, and it feels amazing. It's almost like its own version of an elevator that is perfectly balanced and harmonious and going in the opposite direction, not going downward, going upward naturally, like it always should have. It always should have been going upward. It doesn't matter. There's something weird, and is this like a past life? Is this a real thing? They're not saying, the spirit realm is not saying. There's something oddly real about it, but for me, because some of what I see is so creative, right? Sometimes it's hard to distinguish it. It's a massive part of the healing, though. You need this. You need the wisdom, you need the image, and this is creating the healing effect that your body needs. It's the right medicine that you need right now. And the sheriff guy with all the energy, I'm telling you, that was exciting. I mean, that was a thrill ride for me for a very short period of time. It was exciting. And that was even more crazy. I just feel like I'm a child, just in reverence of this. But it feels so natural. Like, I always knew that this would be what would happen. I've seen it done many times, is the way it feels. I watched this balloon go up into the sky as it's meant to. And everybody feels at peace with this. Nobody seems to question it or wonder about it, or it just is. And everything is in harmony and balance, the way it is meant to be. There's just everything feels so peaceful. And so, just allowing this to last a little while longer, because it's really creating very high positive vibrations in your spiritual atmosphere. This is really good for you. Whatever this medicine is really effective. There's something like a romantic thing is about to happen. There's something that feels really like a romantic thing is about to happen. What is a woman sort of to kiss another person's lips, but then she goes into a mirror, and on the other side is literally something much darker, and does not look human at all. They say false illusions. So what am I supposed to make of that? What is an illusion? And then what is a false illusion? So the illusion of something, isn't that already, what is the illusion? Is it the truth or is it the not truth? I mean, what is an illusion? So then what do you consider a false illusion? It's sort of strange, but that is what the words were that were in my head. About this is fascinating because you are looking at your reflection. And so what you see is your reflection, right? But the illusion is there never was a mirror there, and you're able to enter into the mirror, and now you're seeing something much darker on the other side, which was false to begin with. So there's some odd dance around vocabulary and the image and whatever this means to you. There's something really profound about this. I'm just choosing to show you that you are not falling into your reflection. You are standing sturdy, you're able to see your reflection in the mirror, and what you see looking back at you is not the dark. You actually see yourself glowing with light, looking back at you, and you feel happy and adored, and as you should. There's something glowing about the mirror. It is glowing blue. It's like it wants to eat away all the whatever you see as your reflection, is dissolving it all. The blue energy is just dissolving all of your negative. What you see in the mirror and what reflects back at you has some sort of negative. I'm telling you, it's really negative. And so it's eating away at everything negative that you hear or see is in your reflection. So it's its own sort of version of it needs healed big time. And I'm allowing yourself to see it is a mirror. And that the reflection is of the light. Is still eating away at everything that has been what you perceived before. I'm inspired to create lightning bolts from heaven and to use it on this mirror in order to continue to eat away at the old reflective sort of feelings, thoughts, images, all of that. It no longer serves your soul's purpose. We're going to help you just keep growing up. You're gonna be that little ball of light going into the sky. That's amazing. I want you to feel that. I want that to be aligned with who and what you are, because that is the direction we need to be going. I'm just allowing this to continue to eat away at the mirror, sort of the reflective mirror. Again, I'm supposed to tell you, you are worthy and deserving of love. You are worthy and deserving of love. Every single day you are. It's really the truth. Whenever it comes to me, it makes me feel really warm inside to hear that. Makes me feel nice inside. Something really pleasant about all of this. I just want to allow myself to stay in this experience of feeling healing, like the healing energy is just embracing me. And it has an exhaustive way about it. Like, I can finally let all this go and get some rest. It's really strange. It just feels that way. Like, you can go rest now. It feels really good. Sometimes the baggage just gets so heavy, you know? And once the baggage is off of there, it's like, I'm way too light for words. I'll just start floating just naturally. I didn't even know I had that much baggage going on. And now that it's not out, now it's out of there, it's like, wow, I could just take a nap right now. That's how this feels. It just feels good, but also feels like my body needs some rest. You're asking me if I think your body will need some rest, and I'm thinking yes. Nobody just has a giant mountain of that chaos going on and doesn't need rest after that. I still have to go back and look at that. That's still a big piece of this work that has to be completed. They're wanting me to focus on the elevator shaft right now. Okay. All right. Oh, man. So I'm trying to focus on the elevator shaft. This energy just does it to me, you know? I'm just choosing to lift an invisible orb that is here and just lift it into the sunlight. It's just an invisible orb of old energy, and it has a way of just making me feel tired and bogged down and just worn out, and like it just, you know, just too much of that energy, you know what I mean? And so I'm just lifting this massive, this big orb. I'm just lifting and allowing it to just go into the light. This doesn't have any value here anymore. I'm telling you, this whole space has been really blasted open. It's really, it's been it needs healing. It looks like an open wound. What was a wound that was sort of covered up by a mountain? Now the mountain is like blasted open. We've exposed the wound underneath. It looks pretty mutilated. The thing is, this is all going to heal, but this is all part of the healing. It takes time to get through all of this, especially a massive space of this kind. So I'm inspired to get some Neosporin from heaven, and we're just going to rub it on this while this sort of liquid is still down in the basement space. I'm just not able to get down there just yet. I just focus on it now while I'm simultaneously just allowing this to rub into this. While heaven is now letting it rain down heavenly energy and light, and it's sort of raining down light energies from heaven, sort of in raindrops. White sort of light raindrops falling onto the space in order to heal it, and allow it to soak in, because there's all these snakes too that were in here. This whole space has completely altered its formation. We're just gonna keep going with how it looks right now. The ground is releasing a lot of old energy. The ground is really allowing itself to purge itself of the old energy, which is a lot. It's coming out in just dark energy, even dark liquid coming up and out of the soil space. So you on this negative energy vibrations, you put unconditional love or versions of heaven or just this sort of energy, and then it alters the vibration. As it alters the vibration, it just naturally lifts out what isn't a reflection of unconditional love. So we're just continuing to do that. There's a lot lifting out. This is going to take a little bit of time. I'm just going to keep letting it lift out of there. I mean, this one, I'm like, okay, lightning bolts, but it just doesn't feel right. I just need to lift out on its own accord. Okay. I just keep feeling like I need to go take a look at these guys that are hung up on the string with this other guy peeling the potatoes. Well, all of this is still happening with the rain, and then this other space with the elevator shaft. Just a lot of energy right now. So it's just a lot of old energy being released, and old energy is just really heavy. So I'm just seeing these guys here. They're like souls that are... Sometimes you have souls. I've seen them before. I don't really understand it. But you can have 3 souls that, for instance, that are really in oneness with each other, and they all hang out together, and they sort of share wisdom together, and they sort of blend into each other and then speak as one voice, and they just have one appearance. There's something odd about these 3. It's sort of like they're 3 like triplet souls or something like that, and they blend together in this one expression while they're simultaneously 3. This other guy is not he's on his own. He's his own thing. These three, though, are really in conjunction with each other. Because I see them in separately, but I also see him as this one guy, the one that I saw originally. This guy with the knife and the potato peeling, he's different. I'm just exploring how to transform them completely, because they're still... I'm telling you, this is a big job. I'm putting swirls of light around them, like rope, but out of swirl of light. And it's just holding on to them. They're still sort of roped up and upside down. I'm just allowing them to sit on the ground, and I'm actually inspired to put them in this swirl of light where all these sort of ape-type looking humans are, and allow each one to go dip into this pool, this portal, and see what happens. This is working. There's something about this that is acceptable. They're letting me do this. They're just sinking down and they're turning into dark stones at the bottom of what is a pool of water right now. I'm actually diving into the portal myself and diving into a basin. It's just water down in here. That's what it looks like. And then I'm just allowing light to shine into them like they're eggs or something going to hatch, but they're like stones at the bottom of what is a rocky water bottom. I'm just touching them with light, each one. There's 3 of them. They're starting to take to this. They really are. They're all 3 being reborn together at the same time. They're sort of cracking out of the stones as babies, so newborn energies. They really are ready to experience something else. They're sort of entering into their own orb of white light and allowing themselves to sort of move. They're not heavy stones, they're sort of full of light, which is helping them feel lighter, and they're just sort of going up to the surface, and then they're coming out now. They're wanting me to say that these 3 are no longer attached to you at all, period. They are completely in a whole new reflection of their identities. They're all 3 opening from their orb and turning into golden eagles, and they're flying into the light. That's kind of interesting because they're 3, but they're 1. And so while I see 3, I see them simultaneously blend into 1 and then fly into the light. Which we're simultaneously in this dark scene with them, while simultaneously there's a scene of white light where they're flying into it. Nothing has been done with this other orb we originally saw that's just been flying upward. It's just continuing to go upward. So I feel like those 3 are... That really healed this space, massively healed this big mountain space. This other guy, I need to find out what his deal is. He's just turning into a stone as well, like a statue of his ogre self. Just stalled out trying to cut a potato. He too is transforming now. He too is broken out of this statue, and he just is sparkling with light, and he's just like a meteor or something just flying upward of energy, and then it has a tail of sparkling light at the end of it. He's just going. They're saying too, you need to be aware that this 4th one is not attached to your spiritual atmosphere at all, period. Completely transformed. All of them have been transformed. some of them just, everything feels so much better right now. And I'm telling you, it feels so much better right now. Everything just feels so much better. I feel like there's just an ocean of green or something that is just sweeping across this whole, like, there was no mountain, there's no wound, everything's just filling with this sort of green energy. Water is just, like, this whole space is just gonna turn into an ocean of green water right now, and it's going down the elevator shaft, it's gonna go into everywhere, every space. It's just breaking up the whole ground. Everything, just the whole space is no value anymore. There's nothing to hold on to anymore. There's no reflection of it that is bringing you down anymore. There's no elevator. There's no elevator shaft. It's just all part of what was. Is not what is now. It's all a reflection of what was. Okay. Okay. So, there's just a lot of energy going on, and I'm gonna tell you, this has been really, like, energy's been really heavy, you know? But this is the good heavy. This is like I feel relieved. Feel so much relief, that heavy mountain off my back, you know, kind of feeling is like, I'm gonna go take a nap now. It's just, something just feels like I could sleep forever, and when I wake up, I'm just gonna feel amazing. Something that just feels really great about this. You're singing, so this is some sort of singing going on here, and sounds just saying I love you, and it's just so much energy is really brewing this green ocean. I mean, it's literally an ocean made out of pure green, like the water was dyed green or something like that. It's really amazing, spectacular feeling. It's really, really phenomenal. Just spread, I don't know what it is, but this green water is awesome to me. There's something really big that just unrooted from underneath the ground. So we have the ground that was, right, of all this stuff, and this thing that looks like the Jolly Green Giant just came out of the ground and just up into the green water, and then it's not doing anything else. Sort of, it just looks like a man that just became a statue or something. I mean, sometimes these things that come out of the ground are just, he's not proven to have a consciousness. He just, something that just came out of the ground. It doesn't have any value. It's just, this green energy is going down that massive hole he just created. He's really purifying everything more. It's just eating away at what is the entire earth that's in the palm of my hands. And the inside is a little black ball. The whole thing has no value or relationship with your soul anymore. That's what this feels like. I'm giving this really heavy black ball to an angel. And it's even heavy for her to carry, but she's carrying it up into the light of all. Now there's no earth space, there's no mountain, there's no attachments to these guys. Now we're just dusting our hands off. The whole thing is done. That's what this feels like. My spirit guides are like, so the whole thing is done? And I was like, a huge, massive chunk of this whole thing is definitely done. But we gotta tie this stuff up. I gotta clean up everything, you know? We have a salon that we need to check out. We got, I gotta check on these other scenes here. That whole thing is part of the past. I mean, it is so far part of the past, we don't even have a need to look at it anymore. That whole smorgasbord that I just went through with all of those guys and all the lightning bolts and the mountain and the transformation and the basement space and the this and the that and the elevator and all that, that is all just part of the past. It doesn't even have a fabric of reality anymore. It's just part of your spiritual past. So all of the lines and connectedness that your soul and energy expression in your physical body had to all of that chaos is there's nothing there. There's nothing there at all. It's just a part of your spiritual past. It's not a part of who you are today anymore. Waiting for the next thing to show itself to me. I'm basically, it's happening. It's just need a minute here. It's not showing me it yet. I'm just seeing the 8 people just look really happy and even celebrating. I'm trying to go into this space with your brain. I'm not able to get in there yet. It almost looks like a new scene is going to unfold. It hasn't just yet. I'm inspired to think about a tree, just a single tree, and sitting down and finding rest by this tree and Mother Earth. Seeing how the scene changes between day and then night and then day and then night, and it just keeps cycling through day and night and day and night, and just so many days and so many nights pass, and it just feels so peaceful because I've been allowed to just rest by this tree for so long. Finally I can rest. That's how this feels. It's like I haven't been able to rest in so long. There's something about this journey your soul's been on that has gotten to this point with all this calamity that was big. That when it takes me that long to transform a whole space of that kind, that's huge. That was a big deal. Okay, my spirit guides are wanting me to acknowledge that I literally in the infinite realm, right? There's what is time in an infinite realm? You know what I mean? The kids, we still be basically. I've allowed your soul to rest by a tree for 1,000 days and nights or something crazy like that, while simultaneously only a few seconds have gone by, or whatever you want to call it. So, what is the perception of time? Is it a few seconds? Is it 1,000 days and nights? Where is the perception of time coming from? It's an infinite realm. It could be whatever I want. It could be 10,100,000 million bajillion lifetimes of time, or just relaxation. I mean, what is time? It's just one of those things. Well, I'm simultaneously like getting delirious from this energy shift here. So I'm just trying to tell you that. Trying to talk sense here. It's just hard to talk sense sometimes. Just something about this tree, something about the way that it feels, the way that it's just sort of entering into the ground is just like you're sinking into this cozy feeling, like you yourself are the tree and you're just really stretching your roots deep, and it feels so good. Just stretch them deep in there, just wiggle a little bit and get cozy in your tree way, and then stretch your arms really, really high out into the sky, and you just want to touch the stars so bad. That's how it feels right now. It's just so amazing. It's like your soul's like, there's something about this tree that I really like. Something about this experience of you and healing you through this tree, reflection of this tree. It's like really stretching you out, really stretching you deep into the earth, and then stretching your arms deep outward into the universe. It's amazing. I just feel like you're stretching, really getting your limbs out there in ways you just haven't been able to reach in just way too long. Not been able to reach your feet this deep in a very long time, in a way that's so natural and uplifting. You reach your arms so high in a way that's just so natural and uplifting. It's just feeling myself absorbing the sort of green energy of Mother Earth, and just so much green energy and this sort of energy love magic guy that I just love. I just want him to be the air that my leaves and my fingers breathe. I just want to feel that. I just want to feel so healed by everything, and it just really manifesting this massive green healing energy is so amazing. It just makes me feel so good inside. Just gonna breathe it in and allow it to just continue to digest through my body as this tree, which is also you. So we're allowing you to feel this in your spiritual atmosphere so you can just really feel transformed by it. It's amazing feeling. It's really good. I hope you dream about being a tree later tonight. It feels great. It's the way it should be. I'm gonna do it. I'm dreaming about being a tree. I'm gonna do it. I just like it. I just do. I'm just allowing it to continue its inspirations. There's nothing that creates concern or fear in me at all. I see what is a dark sort of energy trying to encompass me, and I just smile at it and say, I feel perfect. I feel amazing. I'm connected to the energy of all that is, was, ever will be. I'm connected with the stars and with the earth. I'm alive. That's what I tell it. It doesn't belong. It doesn't have any relationship with me because I don't care. I'm not lowering my consciousness to experience it because my consciousness is so high up in the sky. I'm just so happy that nothing less than this has any value. And so I just allow it to be a part of the existence and allow it to be whatever it wants, but it is not a part of me. It is not at all. It is just needs to move on with its journey. And so now what is the reflection, right? What do we see? Do we see a tree in harmony? Yes. The tree is in harmony. It doesn't matter anything else. It just, what does it feel? What is it choosing to experience? What is it choosing to be in harmony? So everything else is just a part of whatever other side of the reflection is out there. It just isn't a part of your reflection, right? Your reflection is so healed, is so clean and purified. And when you look in the mirror, you smile at yourself and you say, I am worthy and deserving of love today and each and every day, for the rest of my life, for all the days. There's something so perfect about all of this. And it's really strange, but I'm inspired to go back to the very beginning with the pinball machine, and I don't know why, but I'm just using like spirit magic, and I'm putting it all back together again, because I don't see anything broken anymore. There's nothing the whole thing is over. Just, I'm putting it all back together. Everything feels complete, right? And I'm actually putting it onto some legs, and I'm making a pinball machine out of it, and we're just going to make it like a real live pinball machine. And on the wall, we're going to hang something that is a heart, like a picture with a heart on it or something that is a reflection of love, anything, something that needs to go there that you look at and say, "Aw," like your cat Jason or something. That's so cute. I just feel like that's so necessary. It's something that you see every day that is a reflection of love, not a reflection of trying to get a pinball through the machine. It shouldn't even be on your wall in the first place. Everything is healed about this wall space, and we've got this like image of love on the wall looking back at you. There's just something about that. I swear I'm not tired. I'm totally on it right now. It's just these scene changes. And so I'm inspired to just, the pinball machine, again, is just sort of like, that's old news. That's just old. That's like in the past. We just let that stay over here. It doesn't even matter anymore. We got this space taken care of. Everything feels so much better right now. I just need to stay with it for a minute. I just allow this energy to keep spiraling. Mixing it up. we're just continuing to let all the energy just spiral throughout you. It's really intense. I like don't mean to be yawning so much, but the energy is really intense. It keeps shifting, showing me new things too. Something I feel that is so warm and welcoming and cozy, like snuggling and just perfect. It's just a perfect feeling of embrace, you know? It's like there's nowhere else I want to be, would rather be, need to be. I'm just gonna be right here. And that just is perfect. This is a perfect moment. And you're just smiling. It just feels perfect. There's nothing else you need or want or anything. Everything is just so balanced and so aligned and so perfect feeling right now. It's just really awesome feeling for me. I'm just allowing this sensation to keep, is like we're mixing it up. We're mixing it up. The love magic, we're mixing it up. We're filling your brain with it. Something about this is all just, it just keeps turning and turning and going. it's mixing it up, more loving energy and more excitement, more ingredients to go into your brain. I don't know what it is, but I like it. So just keep doing that. Again, I'm saying you are worthy and deserving of love. We're putting that in the mixture. We're just spinning it and mixing it up and twirling it. It's so good. Everything feels really great. Something is building here with emerald. And just to tell you viewers, I have an emerald mist meditation video. It's really awesome. I made it a few years ago. And I'm going to put a link to it up there. So there'll be links to other videos. I just put them at the beginning. I'm never going to find this spot in the video again just to make sure you have access to it. So just go up there. There's a button and I'll put it up there for you. Something just feels really good right now. But something about this emerald energy has just really been a big theme in your healing, Dawn. And so I want to share other emeralds. Just emerald healing is really great. It's really good. So I'm just staying with it. This emerald sort of, I don't know, it's like emerald geometric shapes that are actually made out of emerald crystals, and they're going upward like a pathway, like a pathway to the emerald like city, but it's going upward. And I'm inspired to follow it upward, the emerald pathway that goes upward into the sky, into heaven, just keeps going upward. Or just going so much faster now. We're just following it up and away. I'm inspired to take that fourth orb, that one orb with the monkey people. I'm just grabbing it and I'm taking it up along the emerald pathway with me. There's something about this and a reflection of you. It's just something about this feels right. I'm just gonna take it up there. We're just gonna see what happens. I don't know why, but I'm going as fast as this sort of guy on the horse, but faster still. It's just spiritually fast. I don't know what it is. I'm just continuing to go so fast right now. I'm just lightning fast. I'm just going to keep going upward. We're still going upward. Still going upward so fast. I'm just taking you completely away from everything that you ever had experienced. We're just going the completely opposite direction. We're just going so fast, up and away. Really high up. You're just getting more fast. I mean, this is intense. I've hit what is a massive green space in the upper areas of the higher realms. Is a green, massive emerald glowing space. And we're in here with your orb. There's people here. They're completely invisible, but yet they're part of the green as well. They're part of this oneness of this green space, and they're taking your orb. There's something really great about this space here. You're inhaling this green energy in your orb of light, which is a reflection of what was released from that odd portal with the monkey people. There's just so much. I'm like this. My hand's getting really hot. It's like burny because the energy is so intense right now. This is exactly where you need to be. I'm choosing to see you here in this green space, inhaling this green energy, allowing yourself to blend with who and what you are, which is way up here. This is you. You're sort of still covered in sort of a darker energy, so we're going to allow that to be released. We're just allowing all that is no longer, the energy that no longer serves your purpose, we're just allowing it to just release. So there's dark energies just still coming out of your body as you're inhaling this green energy too. I'm allowing you to release. It's just, I'm creating pressure so I can just help it release out from the back side of you. It's actually coming out that way. So it's just pushing out back that way. So there's something about this brain thing. This is a pretty big energy shift here. As I'm releasing this negative energy, a part of you just sort of turned into two. One that's pushing out negative energy and another one that's doing the thing to open the head, and then there's the brain inside. This brain looks like it just, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm just gonna watch it. I mean, it's definitely sitting in a liquid. I mean, everything looks right about this, but there's just not enough information right now. Some part of you still has a self-destructive, sabotaging side to it. It's like you have an evil twin, part of your reflection that just can't choose to see that everything is healed or in the light or of this version of the truth, right? So I need to heal this part of you because it wants everything to return to what it understood is normal, but you also understand that that's okay to put it in the past, but some part of you hasn't quite aligned with that yet. That's okay. That's actually kind of weird that happens. Sort of the body kind of freaks out from all this super love energy and it's like, this is a lot of love energy. I'm not familiar with this. I'm familiar with this other thing that was going on that was so self-destructive. This is just confusing me. So some part of your body has like a way of wanting to experience a broken record that is totally healed. And so I need to heal this part of your reflection. So I'm just allowing it. It's sort of, there's a dark version of you and there's a light version of you. The version of you that's just continuing to keep releasing all the negative energy just keeps filling with more and more light. While simultaneously, this other part of you that just stepped out of you is like a dark, self-sabotaging version. So aspire to just allow this one to sit on a chair or bench or something here in the clouds of green, and then come and just relax and just enjoy being at peace now and know that it is okay to be at peace now. And just this side of you just really has been through a lot. It's like the elevator, that really just needs something to help it, and it just can't function quite right. This part of you is also a reflection of what is a lot of damage that it just really needs to be acknowledged, really needs to be looked into with the eye, love shared with it. So it can find itself again as healed reflection. So something about her being able to see how beautiful and deserving of love she is. I sort of had a lot of entities over here sharing all kinds of loving messages and hugs and things like that. But she wasn't able to actually experience them on the inside. She wasn't able to, because she herself could not acknowledge that she was worthy and deserving of love. Something like that. That she's beautiful and that she's amazing and special. And something about this part of your reflection has been really damaged. It really needs a lot of understanding that it is okay to acknowledge that it is beautiful and a part of the divine light and a loving, just a reflection of pure love. So I'm entering into this part of you and then allowing you to feel the truth about yourself. I'm allowing you to shed the old skin, which was helping you to see you were less than worthy. This has to do with Kundalini as well. I'm allowing energy snakes to enter into your feet as this version, to allow them to help you see and transform through this experience. There's one entering into your head and entering up through your feet and coiling around your spine. There's just energy snakes and lots of them entering into you and allowing you to experience the lift, the raising of your energy vibration. It's just really purifying your expression and helping you to experience that sacredness. Things were never broken. And we can always, pick up the pieces, or we can just choose to see it healed. Or we can just let all of that, the old, just go, and now we'll hang up a new picture of what love looks like. We just choose to go through a revolving door to see what is the new wisdom that we choose to be aligned with. We choose to be aligned with the tree that is growing in all these directions. It doesn't have to see or acknowledge or be a part of the dark. It actually just is so happy in the harmony of its experience that nothing else matters. She's releasing some energy from her thought patterns. She really does want to feel better. She really does want to align and to see all of the things that I've been sharing. And I'm saying they're already a part of you. The tree is you. The picture of love on your wall is you too. And it looks back at you and you look at it. It's a reflection of who and what you are. The mirror that is healed, that shows you how beautiful you are inside and out, it's all healed. And you are so worthy and deserving of love. You are accepted into this super high energy realm that is entirely green. You can't just come in here. You are worthy of entering into this space and being received by these super beings. And you're starting to allow yourself to let go of the old weights of what has been sort of weighing down on your shoulders and helping you to feel like the elevator that's crashing downward. It's just helping you to lift it, release it, and get it out of there, right? All right, so as we're doing this, there's one final thing that they're showing me. She really is releasing quite a lot, while simultaneously she's choosing to show me that she's trying to climb out of the elevator shaft. There's a dark entity down here trying to grab onto her and pull her downward. So now we got to figure this out here. I'm showing her that was just a projection of the mind, releasing all the old memories. And it will do that. And sometimes the old memories make us feel we're tied to what was the past, but then you just allow yourself to let them lift out naturally, because the body has a right to have feelings. It has a right to have thoughts and memories that may shake the ground a little bit. It's okay, because the body needs to experience this stuff. And then you just show it a new pattern, a new experience. So it just lifts out naturally, right? And then you just start to acknowledge that was all part of the old, right? So it just lifts out, and now you're not there anymore. You're back in the green light where you always were. Always were in this healing light. You're starting to see now that it's okay. You're starting to feel a lot better. You're even jumping up, and you're just ready to be in alignment with this sort of new energy reflection of yourself. You're even running to your twin version of yourself that's been growing in white light, and you're just asking if it's okay for you to blend together now. And she's very welcoming of you entering and experiencing the divine light as well. So you're both entering into it. You enter into her, but you're both the same. You're both in oneness, and you're both just so much divine light is part of this experience in a green space. The light is like pretty white. It's really white, and it has a yellowishness to it, but it's all in this green space too. You're just sort of lifting up on your own, telling you this is really intense energy right now. That one orb that I brought up there, it's not really doing, it just seems to be a part of something else. It's just a part of something else. I thought maybe that it was a part of your new soul reflection, but it is sort of the centerpiece is the spotlight, which is you and this other version of you that entered into you, and you're both just turning into such bright white light that you're just becoming so white, and the energy is just spreading out and turning you into an orb naturally, and you're just lifting upward. You really are really transforming in this orb. I mean, I'm actually able to see or experience your soul going through like the spin cycle of energy transformation. It's really crazy. Again, it's sort of odd, but there's an odd reflection here. What is the orb is on a pedestal in some sort of guy's evil lair or something like that. So give me a minute here to figure out what this is about, because you're so close on this thing, but I gotta make sure all these other weird energy vibrations that want to just keep showing their ugly faces, we gotta wash those out too, so that way you can feel total relief. That it has no value at all. Again, it's just another odd chord of connection with your soul that just doesn't need to be there. I'm creating a vein of energy. Sort of like there's a cable cord. I don't know who this guy is, but it's just sort of some last thing. So I'm allowing myself to see there's some sort of attached cable between this super orb of you and this odd space where he simultaneously puts you in here with him. And I'm saying no. I just basically created a portal, and we just left the scene instantly. And then at the same time, I'm simultaneously using energy from within his lair in conjunction with where you are in this green space. And I'm using energy to allow that cord to release itself from this space, where he is. And so I'm sort of, I fragment my soul out so I can do these, else like my consciousness is all over the place. So I have to, I know it's hard to explain everything all the time. So I'm just allowing that to be also disconnected. It has no value here at all. You really are they're just really wanting to show that all of these energy veins and connections to what inspires you to feel defeated by life or by your emotions or by all this stuff is just you're disconnected. There is nothing left. You are transformed and new. You're really just showcasing something different here. It's like a paddle wheel. We're still in the green space. I'm just being patient here with this finale. Okay, so basically, this is interesting, but what has come out of this orb is literally a new ball of energy. And this ball of energy is white yellow light with extraordinary sparkles of what is green, what is a really dark color. It even looks almost black. But what is even diamond? It's just literally like sacred stones are just blinding out of this energy of light too, and just really sharing energy in all of these different directions, but it's sort of like light with these sort of crystal pieces in it or sparkly gems or something in it. So I'm just watching this all happen here. We open it up and out comes all the old energy that was you, and in its place is a sort of warm liquid of light that is filling the core of who and what you are. This is energy from heaven that is completely allowing the old core of you to just go and to just this new core of you just filling your core. It's amazing. Now they're wanting to show me that you are showing now that you are an energy that is reborn. Not just this orb of light, but it has really transformed your expression, even an identity, which is still sort of in a state of self-contemplation, which I do see sometimes. Souls that go through a massive transformation like this, they go into a state of like meditation or something. Your soul is still in your body, but it's still going through simultaneously a part of the oneness and going through an exploration of its identity, because so much healing is taking place in an infinite space. Now your entire pathway and journey has been altered, right? So where you were headed before, towards the broken pinball machine, is now, there was never a broken pinball machine. There's actually this beautiful picture of a cat in love hanging on my wall. And now that's all I know and that's all I think about. So now we are the tree that has nothing to do with anything lesser than the value of pure harmony and love and peace and balance. And so this is just extraordinary right now. So we've completely altered your pathway. Your pathway has nothing to do with whatever all the chaos was. Your pathway has everything to do with feeling completely balanced and harmonious now. They're wanting me to say that acknowledge that your soul rebirth journey is complete, and to allow your soul expression to have time to be at rest and peace and contemplation, because that is what it's doing right now. That does happen sometimes. They're all different. I never know. This healing has been monumental for you, and you may actually feel tired for several days even. Healing of this massive kind, that huge space, those 4 guys, all this crazy wisdom, all of these ways I've had to fragment myself out to do this healing, I'm telling you, that was some massive, massive energy work. So just let yourself relax, enjoy your birthday. Just, take it easy and know that this is the gift of a rebirth. This is really fascinating because you want to experience Kundalini Reiki attunement, which I'll put the link to that up there too. Allow yourself to process this healing for at least 2 weeks, because this is massive. You'll know, you'll have a little beeper button, just say, you know what, I'm ready. I feel completely different. I feel completely renewed, and I'm actually ready to go there now. I'm ready to experience this now. There's something about this work happening on your birthday, happening to help you let go of all the old. Something is soul being reborn, a celebration of the day you were born in the physical, and also allowing you to experience Kundalini sort of rebirth energy, which is really profound. I think Kundalini Reiki is really hardcore energy. So if you're interested in being attuned to Kundalini Reiki, just watch my video. It's pretty profound. So it'll tune you to all levels of Kundalini Reiki. So there's people to tell you how many levels there are. I don't dabble in the number of levels. I dabble in what is infinite and what is the oneness. And there are no levels that you could ever identify that would ever be. You have a human being, you have a human consciousness. It can just keep piling on levels. That's why it is infinite. It is an infinite, transformative Kundalini Reiki attunement. It is the most infinite attunement video I out there. It's aligned with this belief system that I have. So that is the attunement that you will receive. And so you're going to be ready for that experience in a couple weeks, okay? But just let your body tell you, Dawn, when it's ready. And I'm going to tell you this hardcore energy work will take some days to process, okay? So if you feel tired, just let yourself, it's okay. It's part of the energy work. You can't take that massive energy and expect your body to just not be like, holy smokes, I'm just like, something just happened. I don't even know what that was. It just takes time for them to balance the soul and the body and the energy healing and all of that. So I'm just going to share this. I'm supposed to tell you viewers out there that if you do explore my Kundalini Reiki attunement video, I have attunement manuals available on my website, totally affordable. And then too, if you would like to experience profound, transformative spiritual healing of this caliber, you can explore that at my website as well. Just go into my Soul Rebirth Journey option on my homepage, and then you can choose to experience either through a YouTube video or a private video service. And it is pretty profound. So my website, it's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. So thank you, Dawn, for this amazing experience. And thank you, everybody, for watching, and for your support of what I share. All right. I'm wishing everybody a good day. Bye for now.